All right, massive breaking news coming in at this point. A very distinctive change in the government's vaccination policy, and universally now all adults in India can get a third dose or a precaution dose against COVID-19, and that is in fact going to begin from as early as the 10th of April. So huge change in India's vaccination policy. And Meher joining us with the latest on that. Meher, what are we hearing? How is this going to roll out?
Yes, Ankita, so this is a huge piece of news for the vaccination drive. Now all adults will be able to take the third precaution dose, but this is only at private centers, which means they will have to pay for it. This will begin from the 10th of April. And what is important to note right now is that the definition of a precaution dose has not changed. So the third dose will be the same as the first two doses that everybody has taken. People who've got Covaxin so far can take a third dose of Covaxin. Who've taken Covishield can take a third dose of Covishield. Now the gap between the second dose and the third is also unchanged. It will need to be 9 months after you've taken your third dose, your second dose, that you can take your third. But of course, this is a huge move now that we are seeing new variants emerge across the world, and the XE variant may be in India. That is not confirmed yet, but the threat of new variants has continued. So this will be a big move. Right now, this hasn't changed for government centers. This third dose for all adults is not free. The people who can take a free third dose are healthcare workers, frontline workers, and people over 60. But anyone who wants to take the third dose over the age of 18 can pay for it at a private center.
Right. So, Meher, at this point, it's interesting that this distinction is being made and that this dose is only going to be available at private centers, which means that obviously there's going to be no subsidy. People are going to be buying these vaccine doses at the market prices that have been determined.
Exactly, Ankita. People will still have to pay for this third dose if they are under the age of 60, if they are not frontline workers, and if they are not healthcare workers. They will still have to pay for it at a private center. But it does mean that the vaccination drive will be massively expanded with this move.
So, just in terms of the logistics, the fact that it's taken this long, Meher, what had been the reasoning so far to sort of hold it off or only open it up for senior citizens and frontline healthcare workers? Has the stockpile now increased that the government feels that it's sort of the right time to do this? Is it because of the emergence of new variants as is being reported? What's the thinking or the reasoning behind this?
So, Ankita, right now it's very likely that the new variants emerging have led to this change in decision. But of course, this the delay in this decision was because of a lack of science behind the precaution dose so far. A lot of discussion is being taken place on whether the third dose needs to be a mixed dose. There are studies going on for that, which is why the government was delaying a decision for the third booster dose. But now with new variants emerging, they are going with the science that is confirmed. That is that they should take the third dose of the same vaccine. Studies are ongoing for mixing, but that they haven't concluded yet.